Well, she's not here to hypnotize us, but she is here to take your questions. It is time for your turn with Dr. Elizabeth Vaughan. Good morning.
Good morning again.
Our first caller is Rochelle in Ashboro.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My question for the doctor is about probiotics. I was just wondering what she thought about probiotics and how long should you stay on high-potency probiotics?
Oh, I think probiotics, which are healthy bugs, you can get them in cultured foods like sauerkraut, yogurt, kefir, things like that. There are a lot of new products out that promote themselves as being a great way to get your probiotics, the special yogurts, etc. It's a whole lot cheaper to go ahead and just either eat them in sauerkraut, etc., or to take probiotic pills. The problem is that many of these are not any good when you buy them at your health food store. So find out from the owner of the health food store which ones are the best ones, which ones move the most. Usually buy them out of the refrigerator as opposed to on the shelf, because when they're tested by consumer labs, they don't have the probiotics in them that you think you're buying. I think people should be on probiotics essentially every single day. You need to go ahead and replenish the healthy bugs in your gut because we get exposed to so many toxins and so many things that basically kill off our healthy bugs. If you're on antibiotics, take bigger doses of probiotics in between the doses of antibiotics. You don't want to take the probiotics in the same mouthful that you're taking the antibiotics. So maybe take the antibiotics at breakfast and supper time and take probiotics at lunch and bedtime. And then I would take bigger doses, like double the dose of whatever they recommend for a couple of weeks after that. That's a very, very health-promoting thing to do.
All right, we have Barbara on the line from Ashboro. Good morning, Barbara. Barbara, are you there?
Come in, Barbara.
Oh, I think we lost Barbara.
Okay, do we have another?
We'll work on that. We're working on that.
Well, someone called in about chelation, and I'm not certain what their question was, but they were asking about chelation, and chelation is where we use different chemicals or even natural products sometimes to get rid of heavy metals that are in your body. And it can have a profound influence on the body when you get rid of these toxic metals like lead, mercury, and arsenic and cadmium. And it's a very safe procedure. It's been around since the 1950s, so it's nothing new. There's a TACT trial that's ongoing right now, funded by NIH, that hopefully is going to show us once and for all that people who have had heart attacks, if they get magnesium EDTA once a week for 20 weeks, reduce their risk of getting another heart attack. So it's going to be real interesting when we get the results of that in a year or so.
All right, we have Frank on the line from Julian. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning.
Good morning, Frank.
What's your question?
I have stiff joints.
Mm-hmm.
I've had gout before, and I hear about fish oil. Will fish oil interfere with that?
No, fish oil is wonderful for stiff joints. If you do have gout and it flares up, the quick and dirty thing to do is get a pound of cherries. Or get some cherry oil that you can get at the health food store, because cherries will help reduce inflammation. That's if you want to do it naturally. There's nothing wrong with using some of the prescription drugs also, but if you want to go naturally, cherry juice or cherry oil is the way to go. In terms of long-term control, fish oil is fabulous. It basically it changes your whole body's inflammatory response, so you're not prone to inflammation. It gives you a balanced response to the need for inflammation. But you got to take a lot of it. There are people who say that you have to take up to 10 grams of EPA plus DHA a day. The least you want, if you're completely healthy, is 2,500 milligrams of EPA plus DHA. You only want to get a fish oil that's been distilled, because that gets rid of the dioxins and the PCBs. So be choosy with your fish oil. Spend a few more pennies on your fish oil and take it with food on your stomach.
All right, let's go to our final caller. We have just a couple seconds for that. Julie in Burlington. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to speak with both of you this morning. I just have a quick question. My husband just had his cholesterol and lipid profile done, and the lipids came back really high. Is there something we can do? I know we can alter his diet a bit, but are there any herbal supplements that would help that?
Oh, there are lots of things that you can use. It kind of depends upon what his risk factors are for cardiovascular disease. I mean, if he's at high risk for something, then he may well deserve going on a statin plus some CoQ10 plus a vitamin E supplement called tocotrienols. Go to my website. There's a lot more information there on some previous Fox 8 programs that I did. But there's a lot out there. The probably most important thing is get him on some fiber every night to help bind up the cholesterol and make certain that he has 4 tablespoons of olive oil a day to help bring down cholesterol.
All right. Our time's up. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Great questions.